It's time.
All right, here we go.
Cocktail show.
Get ready to have a good time.
Let's have a good time.
This is exciting, isn't it?
Oh, I like that.
Hello, testing.
Welcome aboard the Dreamliner.
It's the only way to fly.
Wow.
I've allotted 1 hour for recreational activity. There's no time for irrelevant conversation. Fun will now commence.
Cocktail show.
Gary.
Here's a young speaker who is really in demand.
Don't let that go to your head, Gary. But wait, there's more.
I'm the guy.
Finger gun.
Garry Meier.
3, 2, 1, 0.
And now, the Garry Meier Show. Cocktail Hour.
Live.
Cocktails. Ooh, drinks.
We're streaming live at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central.
On Friday, June 28th, 2024. And of course, no matter where you are, it's time for a digital mimosa. Can you believe we're about midway through 2024 already? And speaking of Midway, is there a more scenic commercial airliner approach into a city than into Chicago's Midway International Airport? I actually was in Chicago this past week, and during my visit, I made it over to Sideshow Gelato on Western Avenue in the Lincoln Square neighborhood. Recent GarrForce Cocktail Hour guest Penn Gillette is an investor in the place, and he created one of its flavors. Half the flavors are vegan, half are dairy. You can guess which one was Penn's. Penn went to Ringling Brothers Clown College and started his career as a juggler. This place is a salute to sideshows and carnivals. There's even a tribute to the long-defunct Chicago amusement park, Riverview. The servers at Sideshow Gelato are carnies, and Cassidy Rose, the resident sword swallower, was scooping and, swallowing during my visit. It's closed on Mondays, and their hours vary day to day during the rest of the week, but they have scheduled shows especially on Saturday evenings. I recommend checking out Sideshow Gelato sometime. Anyway, I'm back in Central Florida now, where, you guessed it, it's rainy season. And before we get on with the show, our regular reminders.
The best way to watch this show is the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
YouTube. Subscribe to the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
All of the past editions of the Cocktail Hour can be replayed on the GarrForce Live YouTube channel.
Please like and share the show on all the social media channels.
Comments during the live show, wherever we are streaming, can be seen in our virtual studio.
We may show them on the screen
and or talk about them.
That's good.
Yeah.
Ooh, disappeared.
Thank you for your attention.
Now, fasten your seatbelts. It's time to go wheels up on the GarrForce Live.
Live.
Here we go. On America's podcast. Boom. Shakalaka.
Finger gun. Hello. G. Meier as the beaver and massage gun. Gotta have that these days. Welcome to, well, you know, Alan told us what it is. Hey, Alan, I love that opening with the sword swallowers, and she's scooping and swallowing, and that's what she does there. And that was a morning show, I believe, on some radio station in Chicago many years ago. Alan, tell us more about the flavors and things. What did you have, and how good was it? Wait, before you do that, we're not airborne yet. I have to kick the tires, light the fires. Let's do that. Light them up, and then that last sequence has to happen where Leslie's going to remove that damn condom. If she removes that damn condom off her lap.
There you go. Got me a Josh Chardonnay with a nice buildup. Once again, we had to put a fresh one on last week because we weren't getting a lot of lift. So fingers crossed, we're in good shape.
Like it's going to go. It's going to go. It's going to.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, that went. Yeah. All right. Cheers,
so I must
everybody.
admit, this is not my first glass of wine today. I had some wine at lunch with the Sheridan.
Yeah, Luxardo on the bottom, party in the back.
Our friends from Oh Yes stopped by with a bunch of new swag that will be included in today's giveaway. We've got some good prizes for you today, and I mean it.
All right. So, Alan, what did you have at what's it called again?
It's called Sideshow Gelato. Oh, I don't want audio on that. They got about a dozen flavors. They change some of them some of the time. They let you try as many as you like. So I tried quite a few. I tried Pendulette's flavor, which was a dark chocolate, blueberry or raspberry, and cayenne pepper.
Wow.
And it does finish hot. It starts out cold and smooth, and it finishes hot. The one that I ended up ordering, I ordered some sort of banana concoction mixed with cotton candy and blood orange, which was really quite good. But they even had one that was like a dill pickle, and it was they were all good. There wasn't a bad bite amongst them. Although I don't like cappuccino, so I skipped trying that one.
That was your first time there, long time caller?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, Penn's been talking about it on his podcast for some years now, since it opened. It opened in the last few years, and he helped open it. He's an investor in it. His autograph is in the back. It's filled with magical stuff. It's filled with carnival rides. There's a Zoltar machine. There's a couple of stages. They do shows where they have a suggested contribution, predominantly on.
Do they have a fetal pony though?
No, but they had a devil baby of some sort.
Oh, okay.
I
don't know how. Can watch, yeah, how do you? Ooh, wow.
I don't know. She shows before the act that it's a real sword, and then she goes for it. And as you can see, I've seen it from all angles here.
Penn does that too on stage.
She also
Penn
did,
is a sword swallower.
She also did this act involving her tongue and a mousetrap. Which looked very painful. But she was a lot of fun. She was a lot of fun.
She was a lot of fun.
Quite a while.
Yeah, she's got a sturdy mouth.
And she's not only the sword swallower, she's the there it is, entertainment director. So she helps line up their acts.
Okay. Did you say there was a Zoltar machine there? Because I was in California last year and walked into one of these T-shirt surf shops, and they had a Zoltar machine, and I got my fortune out of Zoltar. I love that stuff.
To be big?
And
did you ask to be big?
To be big?
Yeah,
I see. Okay. All right. Yeah, the movie reference. I got it. So it was a good trip overall, and some nice footage there of Chicago Midway Airport. And as you showed that picture, I thought my idea of the pyramids in Garry, Indiana would play so beautifully.
Yeah, I mean,
that's you go over Garry, Indiana, and if you saw pyramids down there, you go, "Oh, where are those pyramids?"
If I sat on the left side of the plane, I would have seen Garry, but I sat on the right, so I would see the loop. And it's just such
the left side
it's such
pyramids.
a beautiful picture. Yeah.
And you can't see any of the carjackers or anything. It's beautiful from the air.
No, and even if I let that play another moment, you don't even really see the traffic on the south end of the Kennedy here.
Okay, you also sent me a picture when you were taking off from Midway, and you said Cicero Avenue, which is the street that leads to and fro from the airport, looked extremely cleaned up. And I said, Alan, they've got a convention coming in this summer, and they're tidying up. Not for the taxpayers, for the other people that come in for a few days.
Because of the construction on the Kennedy, I drove from Cicero and the Edens, which is about, I don't know, it's got to be about 6,000 north or so, to Midway, all the way down on Cicero. And yeah, it wasn't as much as I thought it would be, because I've driven that Cicero to the Stevenson before. I did, going to the north side to the hotel I was staying at, take Pulaski all the way north, and the number of boarded up buildings on Pulaski is quite extensive, in the particularly in the 30s and 40s and the 20s as you get closer to Madison, right? Madison's zero.
Well, there's your little tour of Chicago, in case you were wondering what's going on economically. Got some good stuff and not so good stuff. Now, speaking of the convention, the 8,000-pound, what the hell was that last night, is in the room. And we're not going to deep dive because that's not, we don't do that. Know that.
Deep diving into that. Yeah, there's plenty.
But yeah, and it's almost at this point yesterday's news because it was yesterday. Yeah, politics free hour. But all I want to say is, if you watched it, tell me if it wasn't like awkward on TV or radio, any awkward moment. It's so unusual. That feeling you get when you're seeing something very awkward, whether it's in person or on TV or radio, whatever, wherever you see it, it's like when you press real hard on your belly button, that weird feeling. That was what it was. And I was taking the couch cushions and holding them, thinking, I better prepare for a hard landing here. It was so weird. And I don't care what political affiliation you are on, the whole thing. And the post show, whatever you were watching, the whole thing was great television. I'll tell you that. Whatever you think about this person or that person doesn't matter. The whole package, that was entertainment, folks.
You know, and it's funny though to watch something like that and then think of movies like The King's Speech, or where they had, you know, Winston Churchill speaking off the cuff.
Well, listen, this is a different era. We are in a right. This is a different mojo altogether. And I was actually pressing on my belly button to see if it would like balance the weirdness. Watch like it would nullify.
Normally, like when we get into State of the Union addresses or these debates, I have no problem stepping away from the TV to go refill my drink or go to the bathroom or do whatever. I was just glued to the set last night.
You know how it was when you watched your parents fight and that cringy, like, oh God, please don't. It had all of those weird feelings, and that's a bingo. Now I know it has a bigger impact because one of these guys is going to be president by the end of the year, and I know
or maybe
matters
not, depending on,
or maybe not. I mean, boy, this is the chatter, right? I mean, my God, this thing is so bizarre in so many ways, but we're not going to get any deeper than that. But that's why we drink, is what I'm leading to here. That's why you need a cocktail show every Friday, because it is crazy ass out there.
And you realize that aside from your vote, there's not a whole lot you can do.
No, that's
change
what.
This is on a trajectory that is so far beyond our daily ability to affect it. So seriously, just
And I also discovered Midway has you covered there. I'd never heard of this before. I've been gone from Chicago for a decade now, so maybe I just missed it. But it's the Chicago handshake. It's some sort of combination of Malort and Old Style, and this was being sold by your friends RJ Grunts, or at least their licensee at Midway.
The Chicago handshake. I remember watching
Malort
Chicago.
Is just a joke. I mean,
yeah.
Let's face it. It's kind of like, this milk smells like it's spoiled. Here, you smell it. You know, try it, taste it. Tell me if it's spoiled, because that's really all Malort is. Here,
I was watching Chicago PD, and one of the episodes had Voight, the character Voight, say, "Let's give him a Chicago necklace, and that's a chain around your neck, and then you throw him in the river." So Chicago has a lot of these accessories that you want to be in tune to. The Chicago necklace. And then you have the Irish handcuffs, which is a drink in each hand. And then Irish sunglasses, that's two black eyes.
Two black eyes.
Are you up to speed? I think you are. We have to go to the comments, Leslie, as we do. And here's the thing. I can't believe June is almost over. The first month of summer is, what the hell?
And it's a short, there we go. And it's a shorty to boot. That
short month,
31st day would make it seem so.
I know. My idea of taking days from January and February and putting them in June, July, and August, so what? It's man-made. So what? I know the weather wouldn't change all that much as far as January, February, but it would psychologically be good. All right, let's start with Keely-Ann as we do. Hey, Leslie, I nominate Mike McCluskey as mayor of Schnauzerville. You can explain it to Gary. Okay, and
actually,
we're going to get into this.
I had to do some looking up myself, and then all of a sudden went, oh, Mike McCluskey, because I don't watch The Mayor of Kingstown, which stars Jeremy Renner. And as we were discussing this week, when it comes to my list of who's who on the Hottie 100, he's numero uno right there.
Okay, well, we're going to get into that list extensively before the end of the hour. Who else do we have, Alan?
Pare it down.
Chuck from WRLR in Gurnee, Illinois, checking in. Chuck, always good to see you, and thank you for sending all the videos and things you send me. Martin, he's here every week from BC. Love you, Martin. And Brian, well, Leslie broke bread with Brian and his wife today.
Yes, we did.
Diner. And it's a soggy summer Friday. Yeah, a lot of the Midwest is wet. It's moist. And that's a good reason to have a cocktail and get our groove on.
And once again, those folks from Oh Yes don't just entertain us. They provide us with some awesome swag. And we've got a new item for you today. Yep.
So it's 83 in Orlando, Ellen, and raining.
Yep. It's thundering. I don't know if you heard it. Last time I had the mic unmuted talking to you, it thundered right then, too.
That's Florida for you.
I was going to say, I got this the other day before I left town. Nice little shot of lightning back behind my house.
They call that Tuesday in Florida.
Yeah, that was like last Tuesday.
Yeah. They're rolling in all the time at this time of year. And is there a tropical storm or brewing out in the ocean?
I saw just before we came on that tropical depression number 2 looks like it'll become tropical storm something with a B, like Berta.
Because the A name came and went very quickly. So we are gearing up for Storm B.
Okay. Tropical depression. I think a lot of people have that right now. Dale from Wheatfield, Indiana. And David R. Look out, the schnauzer may get very well. Okay, yeah, it's soggy out there. Oak Lawn, Illinois.
Moist.
Hello. Who else?
Just so it doesn't smell like a wet schnauzer. Oy.
Easy. Mark, soggy, Iowa. If it keeps on raining, levee's gonna break or goons break, but he corrected it, gonna. If the levee breaks, Loyster. Hello. Mike and Pat, Lake Barrington, Illinois, they're going to COS tomorrow in Wakanda, Illinois. Wakanda, hello. Bradley, Scottsdale, AZ, 107, and humid. I thought it was dry out there. Isn't that the thing? It's a dry heat? What the hell happened with the dry heat now? Now you got humidity. Why are you there?
And Gary, you never worked on 107, did you?
I did. I worked the station WYEN was 106.7, but we rounded it to 107, FM 107. Request radio. Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll take your request.
Urban station on 107, I think, too.
Sure you were.
Anyway.
Samantha, my mocktail of orange juice and cranberry juice. That's good. Cheers. Happy Friday. And Kevin, checking in from the Northwest
Indiana, NWI.
Northwest I, yes. Gare Bears, hello from Robert. The Gare Bears.
Aww.
Watching the asparagus struggle. 2 weeks ago, they were growing like motherfuckers. And Des Plaines, Illinois. Deb's here every week. Hello. She was so close to that $2 billion lottery ticket a year or so ago. Sandy, on the show, liked and shared. I try to remember to do that every time so it'll become a habit. Yes. Yes, Sandy, please. Mac, Queen Creek AZ. Anyone watching the debate last night, have you thinking about a quote from Babs from Animal House, a blimp and a oh God. Okay. Queen Creek, what do you got? 107, 105 on the dial. What are you checking in at? Amy, St. Louis, looking for a smooth flight. I'll bet it's a bit humid in St. Louis right now. Just guessing. You ever been to St. Louis in the summer? Wow. Stephen telling us, like they are telling us on radio stations, next week is the 4th of July, in case you're not aware. Comes around every year at this time. Thank you, Stephen. Kathleen, hello. How are you? Deborah, Deb, and Tom, Wisconsin. Cindy, hello. From Wet and Wild Wheeling. Hello, Cindy. Everyone knows it's Cindy. And happy birthday, Gilda Radner. She would be 78 if she were still alive. Never mind. Loyster, I bet you were listening to Sirius XM because they would be doing all celebrity birthdays, dead and alive. That's what they do. Johnny from Michigan. Have a great weekend, GarrForce. Just finished high school week finally. Hey, doesn't matter. You finished. When you finished doesn't matter, but you finished. Tundra Blitz, Streamwood, Illinois. And John, a drink is a good idea. Well, that's what we do. I don't think I can make it all the way to Friday. I don't think I can do once a week at this point. I might be dialing it up for the rest
I know
of
this
summer.
guy. He's a Florida local.
John Frost in Florida.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that. The Frost in Florida.
John. Yeah.
Yeah, you got the Frost in Florida.
Good guy. Thanks for streaming, John.
All right. And Lamont. Hello. Lamont. Hello. And PKK, P Krebs, PKK Rebs.
Pauline. We'll just call her
Prize
Pauline.
Package.
Yep.
Drinking
Pauline.
What is that drink?
A summer shanty. That's a brewski.
Okay.
That she's drinking outside. Love the show. Pauline is in Wisconsin. Our last week's winner was from Georgia. We've got people all over the place. So, yeah, keep them coming. And please tell a friend.
I saw an old friend in the queue there, Nancy. I haven't seen her in many years. Thank you, Nancy, for checking in. And almost time for truckloads of fresh, crisp.
Yeah, really.
Good one.
Good
okay,
one.
okay.
That's good.
Okay, Jim, that reminds me, my blog at GarryMeier.com in the Out of My Mind section is like a little primer for a lot of the GarrForce things. And that is one of them. I didn't include that, but that is one of them. Right now, they're cutting trees for Christmas. And you'll see them on flatbed
Fresh
trucks
trees.
in about 8 weeks, heading out. And then in October, they'll be at a lot. And then when you get it and bounce it on the ground, 5,000 needles will fall off.
And last week, while I was in Chicago, Disney dropped the schedule for this year's Christmas party. It's Christmas parties at all of its parks in the U.S. And some of its plans, because it's never too early to book that Christmas trip.
Well, this is the depressing moment for me, and this is why I'm going to have a drink before I start saying this. I'm going to start getting things from people. Hey, you see the daylight is shrinking a little bit every day now?
Yeah.
And in about 2 weeks, they're going to have the back to school shit going.
Oh,
you
sure.
know that.
Want to buy a pumpkin? I bet you we could buy a pumpkin right now.
We just got a watermelon. I'm just getting into the water. I mean, stop.
I know.
Please.
Slow down. Live in the moment. Experience. Because it's going to get wackadoodle. You think it's wackadoodle now? It's going to get uber wackadoodle.
Oh, we're just getting warmed up, as Al Pacino would say. Mark H. got stuck in St. Louis one summer night when a tornado came through. TSA troubles ensued. Long story. Alan was saying that his trip to and from Chicago was a little bumpy, not just the airplane ride, but just logistics of the airplanes, as far as just all the nonsense that's going on at the airports.
You know what St. Louis has figured out, though, is I got to say that arch and those weird little elevators that you have to sit in to get to the top of the arch, that's the kind of engineering that we want to see in the US of A. It's like, well, how do you get an elevator to get all the way up here? And they went, don't worry, we'll figure it out. And they did.
And they did. And is it claustrophobic? I'm guessing it must be.
It's a little bit.
But
you've been in it.
Oh yeah, they put 5 people in those eggs, and the eggs are a lot like Ferris wheel cars because they sort of stay vertical.
Because they have to pivot.
Exactly.
they go
Pivot.
up. But once again, that's that American engineering. You gotta love that sort of stuff. And as much as we have been decrying what's going on with Boeing, and Lordy knows they've got their hands full right now, at least most of the planes aren't falling out of the sky. How's that?
Well, that's a great bumper sticker. At least most of our planes aren't falling out of the sky.
I think I could set up an ad campaign for them.
Oh my God.
Most of them make them where they're, make it to where they're going safely.
Did Deborah say that she's already seen a back to school ad? This is madness. This is total madness.
I got a catalog. It wasn't intended for me. It was for the previous owners of this house. And I mean, we've been here a long time, so it was really kind of strange. But it was a Nordstrom catalog highlighting their fall coats, fall and winter coats.
Yeah, it's already, it's summer's toast. Let's go. 4th of July next week. And I like these people go at the 4th of July. The summer's half over. It is not half over by any calculation, but you're going to hear that. And it's this whole spin of bullshit that I really can't stand. I mean, if I want bullshit,
June 21st is the official first day of summer. And we're on June 28th now. So we're a weekend.
Okay, but it's really June 1st. It's cleaner that way. June, July, August is summer.
Well, but
that's
Gary, you're
looking
to extend your summer the way you said it. We're now a third over with summer. I said we're only a weekend.
Okay, I know. I try to play both ends of this thing, and I need summer. I need it badly. I need a lot of things badly, but this summer especially, because we're going to go into the political conventions, and then we go into fall and hit the election. And this thing is so bizarre that I think everybody's in the fetal position half the time. Because it's so uncertain and weird and bada boop, bada beep.
Did I mention it was 100 degrees in Chicago when I got there last Wednesday?
You did not.
It was 100 degrees.
Okay.
Wow.
It's only 78 right now. Keep your powder dry. That's all.
And you had to change your do-rag off, and I understand that, but it's only June, and you're hitting 100 in June. Imagine what August could be like. Silence? Yes.
Summer?
Yes.
I mean, come on. What are we going to do? We should talk to Ryan.
we should. Okay, Leslie, we are going to. Let's talk to Ryan.
We spent 28 minutes talking about the weather and saying hi.
Oh, great. Great. And after I've made fun of Sirius XM, now I'm in the same boat. What the hell happened there? Okay. Let's talk to Ryan. Hey, little buddy, you got a place to stay, Ryan? Listen to this.
A little buddy. I got my little buddy with me.
Okay, Hank, how you doing? Now, this is going to be awkward, Ryan, because I just opened the package you sent, and I got to talk about it. And
well, go ahead and talk about it. He's well versed in that.
I was going to say, just take that AirPod out of his ear.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Hank, can you get Daddy a glass of water?
Yeah.
No, we're kidding.
Can you run down and get Daddy a hot dog somewhere? Guess what I got in the mail from Ryan?
Oh. Ooh, and you got him in blue.
I got him in blue.
A jar. Boy, the boys. I mean, this is clumsy now.
Here. It's out.
Okay. I got a jar of Fox.
He can read. No, that's the problem.
That's true. Okay,
but that's so good.
It's a grown-up thing. It's a joke, Hank. It's just,
Hank. These are bad people that you're watching, and don't.
And it's all your daddy's fault.
That we're a good example at all. We're bad. Now Ryan is with Hank because Mrs. Corcoran is at the Brewers game, and the last time she was there, she got hit in the eye.
She
with
did
a pierogi or something, right?
No, a brat.
A brat, and that's not code. They have a gun that, and I don't know how they haven't been sued for this, that shoots brats into the crowd. And people eat these things after they get them?
They do. They're all wrapped up like in a tin foil, like you get them out of the concession stand. They put them in there and shoot them up.
And she got hit in the eye, and her eye was swollen for a few days.
Busted capillaries, and they said if she wouldn't have had her contact in, she would have got it. It would have messed with her cornea. So,
and they keep doing this, and she can't be the first or last person that's going to be hurt by this. But apparently, on the back of the ticket, it must say, "Hey, we're going to be shooting brats into the crowd. If you get hit and killed, too bad for you."
Yep. So,
not to mention the fact that they race sausages there too. They've embraced the sausage like no other team in the National League Baseball.
And Hank's PE teacher, when he gets into 4th or 5th grade, is
no. 6th through 8th.
6th through 8th is Bernie Brewer, the guy that goes down the slide. He's one of the.
That's going to be your teacher. That's very exciting. I bet you guys will have a field trip.
If you've never been to the park, Bernie is in this little cabin, and then when the Brewers hit a home run, he gets on this slide and goes down into a big beer mug, right? And then balloons pop up as the suds.
Very exciting.
And I'm coming off, you probably can't see it, bruised and beaten from my trip to Florida. It was nothing but home improvement for 8 days. So it's nice to be home and kind of catch up on rest.
Yeah, Ryan's father has a place down there and was moving in, and Ryan helped him and did a lot of maintenance. And they bought this 400-pound credenza that the two of them had to move from where they bought it into the place. As they're moving it into the place, you did what?
Busted the legs off.
Sheared the legs off. Sheared them right off.
Why do people call me Hank?
And we do call you.
Sorry,
what do you want to be called, son?
Do you prefer Henry?
Oh. Okay, just want to get that straight.
We just because Hank's just such a fun name to say. I think that's why we say it. Yeah. But if you prefer Henry, you tell us what you want to be known
or Mr.
as.
Corcoran or whatever is good. We're fine.
Mr. Corcoran.
Okay, Mr. Corcoran.
And you crazy glued them. What kind of glue did you use?
I had to get what is the Gorilla wood glue, and then clamp them all together. I mean, it was a half a day just trying to get these legs, and then we put it on like the scene in Christmas Story where he glues that leg lamp together, and we glued it, and we backed up and thought, is it going to hold? And it did.
Oh, because otherwise, shouldn't you have done some sort of screw connection?
It was a mess, and my dad was mad because it was $600, and we sheared the legs off, and it just was a episode.
He was mad because he paid $600 and the legs snapped off so easily.
Broken credenza now, yeah.
And why did you two have to move it? Why couldn't they move it? That's
because it was. I said it was one of those discount stores, and I said, "Lady, could I have a cart?" Well, I guess you could. And I said, "Where is it?" Well, it's in the back room. So she barely even gave me the cart to wheel it out. And so you said, "Why didn't someone else move it?" We couldn't get anybody else to move it. Because it's a discount place. Hey, you bought it. You have to deal with it. And the savings. It was like it was $800 or $900. So it was discounted. So okay.
Yeah. When I moved out of Chicago, the professional movers I hired picked up a piece that I inherited from my grandmother and immediately broke the legs off of it. So you could have gone with pros and gotten the same result. Except I then got it professionally put back together. So there was that.
Yeah. So does anybody else think of this when they watch Antiques Roadshow, where these people bring these priceless credenzas to some, auditorium in the middle of town, and they've wrapped it in a bad blanket, and then find out that it's worth six figures. Yeah. It just seems so fraught. I guess. Well, my friend brought a $40,000 painting to Antiques Roadshow, and that was my first question is how did you transport this thing? And she went carefully, very carefully.
She didn't know it was worth $40,000 until she got there, right?
She knew it was worth something, but she didn't know exactly. And when she found out, I think she was much more careful with it on the way home.
Wow. And did she sell it, or what did she do with it?
No. It's front and center in their house.
Why did she bring it there?
Because they had an idea. Garry, as a matter of fact, it's a woman I believe you dated in your youth.
Easy. That's what they all. That's what
they all say. As a matter of fact, but she,
oh boy!
She had inherited.
Hank, take the earplug out.
There was nothing wrong. You were single. She was single. It was all above board.
Right. Okay.
And it wasn't
You
the
looked like
stalker that came
Serpico
to
at the
your
time.
house.
I remember her saying, he looks like Serpico. But
I
anyway.
like dating cop types. Okay.
But anyway, she had an idea that it had value. She had inherited it from her husband's aunt, and then they, on top of the fact that they just wanted to go to Antiques Roadshow and be part of the whole vibe there. And she was.
Okay, and it's worth 40,000. They confirmed that number.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And there was provenance, and they were able to say this is a rare piece of art from this specific artist.
And you said my Palm Pilot, which is still in the box, shrink wrapped, is worth
about
looked up the value.
$50, something like that.
$50. How long before it's worth $1 million?
Sorry, buddy. Like that Indian blanket, it's a 1 in a million.
And I do have some pictures whenever you want to do that, Gary. We have those.
Well, we can do that right now.
Okay.
What do you have?
I'll put up the look at here.
So on the TV show,
boyfriend list
this morning, or whenever you listen to it, if you listen to it, we went through a list that Leslie has assembled. This is her current boyfriend list, and here they are. Number 1.
Jeremy Renner, and including the scars. I mean, once again, this guy is incredible for having looked death in the face and survived and come back stronger. And he's, you know what? He's not that perfect handsome. He's got that kind of an awkward handsome that is very appealing, because girls aren't so shallow.
Okay.
Do we have more?
We do. We have each one of them.
Chris Hemsworth. I mean, come on, it's Thor. Although if you saw him in Furiosa, once again, he's not conventionally handsome in that either. He's actually terrifying it.
Okay.
Tom Hardy. Except Tom Hardy scares me these days, because Garry turned me on to this trailer for a movie coming up. Is it like the birth of the Hells Angels? Is that what the whole thing is? Is
that what the theme is?
Well, it's called Bike Riders, and when you hear Bike Riders, it's like dorky, dorky, dorky.
We think of that. Wait. We think of that 7-Eleven commercial where those,
those mean girls on the with the banana handlebars,
pull out to get a Slurpee,
monkey handlebars,
or the Asian gang in leather pulls up with the bikes, not pedal bikes, not cycles.
Right. So, but Tom Hardy is, once again, unconventionally handsome, and he's had his teeth fixed, so he doesn't have that British picket fence thing going right now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Okay, so this is Henry Golding, who was in Crazy Rich Asians, I think is the thing that he's best known for. But he was also, and I had to write it down, there was this weird little British Christmas movie, and I think it's still available on Netflix, called Last Christmas. And he's Malaysian and British. So there's like, and I mean, and Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
What a sweetheart. Recently did an interview and was asked, if you could have dinner with anybody in history, who would you have dinner with? So I ask you guys, who would you put on that list?
Eleanor Roosevelt. Because I want to ask her about where she gets her corduroy pants.
He likes the way they sound when they swish. He went Jesus. And I thought, well,
that's an easy pick.
But it's not one would expect from a Hollywood type either. So,
because he saw the Last Supper painting and looked pretty cool, hanging with his biatches and peeps and whatever you call them.
His peeps,
his homeboys. Yeah, Hank, take it out of the ear every now and then, just so I feel comfortable.
James McAvoy,
Mr. Corcoran. Come on. Who's this?
James McAvoy. This man can play anybody. I mean, he plays super sexy. He can play Professor from X-Men, Professor, what's his name? Oh, shit. Anyway, sorry for saying shit.
Hank, take it out.
But I mean, he was Mr. Tumnus in seriously, this guy can play anything. And once again, just saw a trailer for his newest movie, Xavier. Thank you, Lloydster, Professor Xavier. But anyway, he's got a new movie coming out called Speak No Evil, and it looks horrifying. It's one of those things where it's not like a terror, but there's terror involved in this. So
those are pleasant.
We've got more.
Chris Pine. I mean, come on.
Chris Pine.
Oh yeah. And I like the fact that the salt and pepper is looking just dandy on him.
Okay.
This is the one I found when I showed the picture. There's a butt tattoos.
Okay, Hank, you're gonna have to turn away. Who is that?
Tattoos.
That's
Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler, and they're Hank.
And he
Look
put
away,
the butt
Hank.
in Butler.
Look away. My
It's
God, Ryan, when
Anything
your wife
sing.
gets home and Hank goes, "Hey, I got to tell you what happened when you were
They
gone."
had butts on the D.
Yeah, and she comes home and her one eye's swollen shut because she got hit with another bratwurst.
But she can see his bottom through the good eyes still.
There's one more that there's one more here. That's when I had trouble finding some good shirtless pictures of him.
Oh, Ricky Gervais. I'm sorry. Once again, not conventionally handsome, but the brains and the humor. Give me what he's got going on. And he recently did a hysterical short video. Go on YouTube, and it's him in a bathtub with water up to here. And he's talking about taking all your voting advice from stars who know nothing about nothing. And it's like,
what do I plug in to get that video? What Ricky Gervais
Ricky Gervais bathtub. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, okay.
So in the meantime, I put the challenge out there. Yep. And Cindy, come on, Cindy. When do we get the Garry girlfriend list?
Girlfriend list.
I'll have to think about that and come up with something.
With that, I suggest you watch the podcast, the YouTube Hot Ones, and the Heidi Klum interview, because when she got warm, she decided to cool herself off, and I think you might find that very interesting.
Hank, take it out. Take it out, Hank.
Once again, I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Okay. Tundra Blitz. Hank hears worse when his dad overpays for tree removal. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
If you're new to that, Mr. Corcoran and Minnie Corcoran, they experienced a tree removal that cost the family $5,300.
Yes.
A man.
And then they had to have another tree removed for how much?
$1,500. It's a steal.
$1,500.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, Catherine.
He hasn't heard it all, but he's heard a lot.
I got a couple more pictures.
I mean, Mr. Corcoran.
Boyfriend list here.
Okay.
This is the car thing. I don't know if it's the one that you guys were referring to in Chicago, but I think you had sent it to me.
Oh yeah. This is the way they used to park cars back in the old-timey days, and they put them on this elevator type thing, and I'm thinking, how many scratches would these cars get after one parking adventure?
Yeah.
That looks like the elevator to the top of the St. Louis Arch almost.
That's the harbinger of CarMax.
Right.
And all those places
Carvana.
that have those.
Carvana. That's it.
Carvana, right. CarMax doesn't have that. Carvana is the machine.
That's where you sell cars that you get thrown up in, CarMax.
Right. You sold your car to CarMax, right? The one that
yes, I
kid
did.
threw up in?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sure they did a very deep cleaning for the next.
Hank was there when this happened. Anything you can add to the story, Hank? Where it was his friend, right?
Was it a mess?
Yeah.
What did he have to eat?
I got a tiny bit on me.
Oh.
Did it make you want to throw up?
What?
Did it make you want to throw up?
No.
Oh, because
But I
that
learned
sometimes
everyone.
happens.
You
So-
what?
So he threw up, and I'm like, "Don't get on me!" And then everyone's like, "What?" And then that's how they found out something.
Oh,
That was not a good evening. That was after a Brewers game too, right?
It was. That's why I say this whole brewer stuff. So
yeah, it's cursed for your family. Okay,
close your eyes on this one too.
Hank,
close your eyes on this one.
Hank, can I block his eyes with? Oh, I can't for me.
well,
for my
it's
position.
pixelated.
Yeah.
All right, this was during the Stanley Cup run, and this woman decided, I'll add in. And then it says she signs a deal with Playboy, and I'm thinking, Playboy, is that still around?
Is there exactly?
It's online. I haven't seen a magazine in print for a long time, but maybe it is.
And that got her Playboy attention.
Yes.
Now,
So is she
Hank,
writing
again,
articles? Because isn't that why you guys access Playboy?
She has
Exactly.
the
for the
OnlyFans
articles?
too, I think.
she has an OnlyFans?
Yeah.
She must be a poet like Shel Silverstein, right? He wrote for the magazine. She's got to be at that level.
Or a cartoonist or something, yes.
Well, I think she was too much of a distraction because the Oilers lost the series. By the way, accompanying the jar of F's, Hank, there's a pamphlet that tells you what you should do with the jar of F's. You're born with a truckload of F's to give, toss them around like a kid with a credit card. You care about your friends, your grades, your fashion sense, even what strangers think. You're handing out way too many F's about way too many things. Seriously, it's an abundance. So they got this whole pamphlet to accompany the jar. Isn't that nice?
Yours are nice blue. Nice of blue. They stand out.
All right. I'll tell you what. Let's show this, and then let's pay homage to the sponsors, and then if there are others. And do you have a Wisconsin Report live? This is just
no. I would just have one picture that's kind of disturbing.
Okay. After this, we'll do Pettenhausen, and then Hochberg. And okay, so seeded watermelon, 69 cents a pound. Is seeded watermelon cheaper than no seeds? I'm assuming it is.
Yeah, I think it is.
But there was kind of a pleasure in spitting seeds. If you ate it outside, did you ever spit watermelon seeds?
Yes,
with your
that's all we
pals to
had
see?
when I was Hank's age. We only had
That
seeded
was
watermelon.
entertainment.
Hank doesn't know the struggles we've had.
The farther you can spit it, the cooler you are. I am the top
Does Hank
spitter.
like watermelon?
Do you like watermelon?
Yeah.
What's your favorite fruit?
Take your time.
What's your favorite fruit?
At one time, very much like carrots.
Oh,
like
Carrots is a good fruit.
apples, bananas, oranges.
So the clock's ticking here, kid. Entenmann's. He likes Entenmann's. He's a
raspberry coffee cake.
He eats Entenmann's donut holes.
Oh.
All right. Well, I
He's
think
leaving.
that's it. Yeah, that's it. He's going to go look at the fruit selection at your house and come back with something.
He can still hear us though. Just so
He's
you
going to
guys
go put
know.
his bling
He
on.
left the. Look at.
What do you got there? What is that?
Entenmann's donut holes.
Donut. Oh, I love Entenmann's.
Oh, and
it's all good.
there is American is apple pie right
They're
now. Look at
patriotic
that.
now.
Yes.
Oh, and we can see through the glazed section, and I see the Wisconsin map back there.
All right. All right, Hank, good choice. All right, let's pay homage to the sponsors, and then we'll do what pictures are left. Bettenhausen Automotive.
Boom, go the savings during the 4th of July sales event going on now at Bettenhausen Jeep on 159th Street in Tinley Park. Let's hit the road in a new 2024 Jeep Compass Latitude Luxe 4x4 for only $199 per month. Get a new Jeep Grand Cherokee for $299 per month, or a new Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo 4x4 for $399 per month. Your best Jeep buying experience starts now. Showroom never closes at BettenhausenCDJR.com.
And next Friday on the Cocktail Show, yeah, we're going to be on. We don't take days off like other people do because it's attached to a holiday. I'm sure some people have already, hey, did you hear this? Today starts the 4th of July surge to the airport for the holiday. Today.
And it was one day last week that was the most traveled day in American history or something.
Yeah, they say that about every other day now. It used to be the
Yeah.
Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Now it's 4 days before the 4th of July, 3 days after Christmas, 2 days before Labor Day. Stop. All right.
You know, and as much as we bitch about where we are in this day and age, notice that these holidays now become Halloweeks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because the 4th is on a Thursday. Well, why even bother to go on Monday through Wednesday? Just kill the whole week.
Let's just take the whole week off. Yeah. What do you
Next
say?
Friday, John Doolin from Bettenhausen Automotive will be on to talk about the new Lockport, Illinois location and all the other good stuff going on at Bettenhausen. Love John.
Will he
And
be
David
bringing
Hock-
the voice? Will he be bringing the voice of the other location along too?
Okay.
Ooh,
They have a new voice for the Lockport location. It's not me. And I thought, oh, they're acing me out. And then I was told they have to have a different voice for that location because corporate said we want it separate than the Tinley Park and Orland Park facilities. And the voice is dramatically different, which it sounds like me on helium. That's the way we've described it. David Hochberg, he's a
David.
good friend, and we love him. And there's a lot of fugazi out with, what are the rates to buy a house, refi? Is it good? Is it a good time? Is the inventory, is it good right now? Okay, cut through all that with this man with the free consultation at those numbers. You can't lose because he's been doing this a long time. He said 2008, if you're looking for the worst time ever as far as buying and the economy, 2008. He said, if we could get through 2008, we can get through anything, because I don't think we realized, or maybe we did and we just put it aside, how close we were to the brink of disaster in 2008. Very close. Can you see how close my fingers are? They're very close. And he said we were very close. We got through that. He can help you. Call those numbers. All right, Ryan, you have
one last pick. This was in Milwaukee this past week, and I don't know if it's disturbing or it's
what is this?
What? It's a
Is
hot
it
air
a
balloon.
baby
It's a
balloon?
sleeping baby. Yes.
For what
so
reason?
Is this sponsored by Huggies or something?
See, you can see it. There's the zoomed out picture. I don't know. I saw it posted online. Everybody was either, oh, that's really cool, or we're creeped out. But it's in the middle of one of the parks downtown.
Were they
Milwaukee.
showing 2001: A Space Odyssey in the park?
So
okay, explain, Alan, what that reference is.
There's a baby floating through space is one of the iconic images of that film at the end.
Yep. Yeah. So it looks pretty realistic for being a hot air balloon, but I thought, oh wow, it's either creepy or you're like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, my mind is going to it's some kind of abortion, anti-abortion.
But that's what I thought it was, and I don't
thing.
think it is.
Very
it was
political,
just
yeah.
Just a
Yeah.
baby hot air balloon. So that
Okay.
was about all I found
Politics free hour.
this
Yep,
week.
that's what we're doing here. Okay. All right, Hank, you have yourself a good weekend, son. Is he out of school? I don't know
He
if
is.
I don't just talk to him, but you're out of school, Hank? Boy,
Yes.
to be your age again, I would kill
good
to
times.
time travel and go back and be the age you are right now, son. No car payments, no fugazi. Just enjoy the summer. Okay, let me ask you. When you get up in the morning during the summer, what do you do? What do you do all day?
So the first thing I do is go to the bathroom.
What does he do?
Speak up.
I go to the bathroom.
Yeah, we all do that.
Good call. Yeah.
We all do that. That's good.
That's a good start. Yeah.
That helps. Okay, and after you go to the bathroom, what do?
Where do you go? You go to camp today. You go to camp all week, right?
Yeah.
A day camp. I went to a day camp. That was fun. Here's what happened when I was his age. My friends and I would ride my bike to my friend's house, and I'd pull up to the side of the house, and I go, hey, yo, Tom, and he'd come out, and we'd just go for the day. And if we didn't come back in a body bag, that was a good day.
Yeah.
There was no parental supervision. We didn't check in. We went back at sunset, and that was the day. I don't think they can do that anymore.
No, they don't. We don't send Hank out for the day without supervision. So
yeah, you can't. That's
No.
the sad part of where we're at. But that's what we did at his age, and we were cool with it. So he
Just
can't go
embrace
anywhere
it.
he can't get on his bike, Ryan, and just go 3 miles away.
He goes around the neighborhood, but not 3 miles away.
My question is, do
Okay.
babies go in that balloon, or is it just
I don't know that they pack babies in there. I think they put them in the basket down below, maybe.
That could be a bouncy baby house.
Fly 'em
or,
around.
Yeah.
put your own baby in the baby, like a bouncy castle. Good question. I like that.
Yeah.
but I don't get how it floats.
Yeah.
It
well,
looks
they
like it's
inflated
going
it.
to go up.
Yeah,
Daddy
that's
will
our.
talk about hydrogen and helium.
Yeah,
after
we'll
the
have
show.
that discussion after 7 o'clock here. So
Right.
make sure you
All
go to
right.
the bathroom. So there you go.
Well,
Have a good-
Hank, good to see you. Ryan, good to see you. And have a great weekend, gentlemen. Leslie, you
Garry, how do
have
you
some-
start your day? Same.
Okay, he
Go to
got me. Go to
Nailed
the
it.
bathroom. My God, you got to go to the bathroom.
Duh.
Everybody goes to the bathroom. Anybody.
Right.
The Pope. The
It's usually
Pope.
what
does
gets you up in the morning. If it's
right.
not the alarm,
What does the Pope do when he wakes up? Goes to the
go
bathroom.
to the bathroom. So,
Right. What does Paul McCartney do when he wakes up? Goes to the bathroom. Taylor Swift. They're all sitting on the mug.
by the way,
Everybody.
so-
That's what makes us all the same. I don't
Well-
care how much money you have or don't have. It's all the same crap. Literally.
I saw a picture of Sir Paul recently hanging out on a boat, and he had his hair pulled into a top knot kind of thing, and he was shirtless and he had his belly, and it was a bad angle, and it's like, yep, there you go. He gets up in the morning and he goes to the bathroom like the rest of us.
There it
So
is.
there you have it.
Oh my
I
God!
thank
There
you for
go- if you could put that cat off your lap for just a minute.
So we should set up the giveaway.
Oh, we got to set up all the giveaway. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, hey, it's summer, and so hashtag summer. Let's embrace it.
Hashtag summer.
It's too short, and hang on. So let's start with some cool stuff from Scott's Vintage Antiques and Collectibles. Seriously, you've been one of our finest donors from the very beginning. So I'm giving away a harmonica. It's a Chicago Blues harmonica. You can either play it or tape it to the bottom of a friend's car because it's a really mean trick and it makes their car make noise. A doggy bag and a pin that says Frodo lives. So how's that? That's
Okay.
classic. I got a yo-yo. I picked this up at just an event. It's
Oh,
a
my
yo-yo
God.
from the McMahon Services. I think they do like cleanup if somebody like dies in your house or like there's
that's
some
nice.
sort of like horrible
Murder.
crime scene or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So they gave away yo-yos at a thing I was at. Our friends from Buddy Bear Car Wash gave us a Help America Pray rosary.
Okay.
And I
They
did
sponsor-
see one of their locations during my long drive down Cicero. It wasn't too far from Midway.
Did you get the rental car washed, Alan?
I chose to pass on that. I was paying them enough already.
That's exactly right. But give your car a bear hug if
Like-
you go past a Buddy Bear Car Wash in Chicago. They sponsor all the music on the GarrForce.
$8 for gas, so you may as well, like, just stick to the minimums when you rent a car. Tracy from Wisconsin, let's face it, the girl got us started with the ball liquors, and then she included the cool little cars where if you back them up and let it go, it zooms across the floor. And a bendable. Bendables are always fun.
With googly eyes.
Googly eyes are always hysterical. Our own Ellen Delinka has given us a new series of refrigerator magnets. I am a there. That's the better way to see it right there. Oh, Scott, I should also point out. So I was hanging with the Sheridans from Oh Yes, and Sandy pointed out that, like, when she won her prize package, she was so excited to get a fortune-telling fish. So you pull this fish out. It's a little red plastic fish inside there. And then you put it in the palm of your hand and it tells you your fortune based on what that fish does. But speaking of Oh Yes, so they recently did, I got to tell you, this was so cool. They did an acoustic set at this really neat spot right on the Chicago River. And they kind of were having a good time there, and it was a great venue. And they asked the person, well, like, how did you find out about us? And guess how they found out about us?
Because the person who hired them is a viewer of the cocktail show. Stuart Plusker hired Oh Yes for this gig you're looking at. And Stuart, thank you for hiring them and being a viewer of the cocktail show.
Good choice. I mean, they are so talented. And with that, in addition to the regular giveaway, which has, I mean, a
Show us your koozie. Show us your
bracelet and a guitar pick. No. We got t-shirts. So there you go.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
That's all part of the package.
There you go. How's that? I mean, seriously, that is an action-packed little
the
giveaway.
Sheridans have been so generous. They got me this bobblehead of myself, which looks like me if I was smushed into Zac Efron.
It kind of, I think that's a really perfect way. Oh, wait, and seriously, the prize that started it all, your very own wine condom. So there you go.
And there's a lot of other talent in the Sheridan family aside from Brian. We've got Katie doing the Gen Z report now on the program. And the son, Brennan, is an artist, and we're going to incorporate his stuff over the coming months. And there you go. That's Brennan's work. Look at the GarrForce.
And look at that crazy monkey. That was a story we had about a monkey that got drunk and out of control. And this one, of course, has a Manhattan in his tail, which I thought was just
I love it. Thank you, Brennan.
He stole the season 4 bar cart.
Season 4's bar cart. If you're particularly aware of all the nuances of the GarrForce, that's season 4's bar cart.
Wow. Well done. Oh, and we did miss the
hey, top of the hour. I didn't hear a tone. How do I go to
for news, traffic, and weather?
News, traffic, weather, sport.
Okay.
That was it.
Close enough. We want one more story while you guys queue up. I teased this, and so we should at least mention one of the stories. That morning. A New Jersey man so angered by a video game altercation that he was willing to travel hundreds of miles to exact revenge. 20-year-old Edward Kang is facing an attempted murder charge for flying from New Jersey to Florida to attack a fellow gamer with a hammer. Nassau County Sheriff Bill Leeper explains it this way, and I love this quote. This is a weird one. Some things make you say, Some things you can't just make up. There are some things that make you say, what in the world was he thinking? And there's some things that make you say, you're not going to believe this. Well, this case makes you say all four of those things. The beef between these two gamers arose from a testy interaction during an MMO game called ArcAge, I believe it is. Well, it ended with Mr. Kang hopping on a plane, breaking into the victim's home, and then attacking him with a framing hammer. The victim is expected to make a full recovery.
Well, we're going to follow up on that story, make sure we know, because our hearts and prayers go out. Hearts and prayers go out. What the hell is that?
once again, you're playing a game and you get yourself so twisted into knots that you're willing to book a plane ticket, hop on that plane, get there, and still follow through with, I'm going to buy me a framing hammer and go hit this guy in the head with it.
Really? We need more kissing schnauzers.
Do we ever?
Yes.
So
Okay.
I think that's enough.
That's good. All right.
Well,
Tundra Blitz wants to draft me for president. No. But I'll tell you who should be president. Mr. Beast.
Oh.
Mr. Beast, that guy who does those videos and is hugely
podcaster.
successful. Because if he's president, here's the thing. He's president, and just to keep us entertained, he would take expensive cars and put them in shredders. Who wouldn't want that? That's your president.
You know, what do you want to bet? In 15, 20 years, somebody's going to go, Mr. Beast for president. And he will have the financial backing to make that happen. But Gary Miller, well, that'd be the confusion. Is it Gary Miller? Is it Gary Meier? Ooh, you're down to the Luxardo, aren't you?
I am. So that means the show has to wrap up. Let's give away the stuff. All right, Alan, hit the button. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Cindy. Hello. Okay, what should she do, Alan?
Cindy, email your mailing address to Garry Meier Show at GarryMeier.com or text it to 773-888-2157. Regular charges apply. And Leslie will go visit the USPS and put all that stuff in the USPS's hands to eventually find its way to you or whatever address you provide her.
And once again, do not send anything to the return address that you see on those envelopes, because that return address is the Westmont, Illinois post office. It's not my home address. I'm not going to get anything you send there.
She has enough Jehovah's Witnesses at her door.
They did leave me an invitation to a convention, but I wasn't there to accept it because we were doing our Thursday show that day.
Otherwise, you would have been there, yes. Oh. All right, here comes the cannoli down the aisle. Please take it. It's delicious. It's complimentary. And let's look at it. There it is. Take the cannoli. Leslie, what about the schnauzer?
You know, introduce your schnauzer to, I don't care, Jeremy Renner, Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hardy, Henry Golding, Paul Rudd, James McAvoy, Ricky I think it'd be a good time no matter which one of those guys you choose.
No doubt. All right, that's it. I got a call to get to right here, and it is 3 in the green. Gear is down, flaps are down. The Voice of the Globe, America's podcast, the GarrForce has landed. See you Monday.
And that's all the news and nonsense for this week, GarrForce. Thank you for streaming.
If you like that, I got other stuff I think you're going to like. This is the GarrForce.
Please be sure to like and share the show on all of your social networks.
More eyeballs.
If you're not already a subscriber, show your support by subscribing to GarrForce Live YouTube channel. For those watching a replay, that button is right here. All the rest of our episodes, right here.
Boom.
Hello?
Shakalaka.
Did you click something?